Sarvam Brahmaiti Anushmaran. The person is busy in contemplating that everything is Brahman. Na kuryat, na vijaniyat, yatha sukham tatha tishtet iti. So, na kuryat, he may not act. Also, na vijaniyat. So when it says na vijaniyat, the person may not know. So how is it possible? Because if we observe our life, always we are curious. Curiosity is a basic or natural instinct of a human being especially. Even though other animals do have, not that they don't have, but it's not that strong, that predominant as in the case of human beings. And always we want to address our curiosity, nothing wrong in it. But the more we address the curiosity, the more we become not only curious, furious too. That is what happens all the time. For example, especially with reference to your house, if you do not know things, it's better for you, better for everybody. Don't you think this? Especially your child. Whatever your child does, if you do not know at all, it is a blessing. The child is happy with you and you are also happy with the child. Can you see this point? Whereas the more you know about your child, the more you will have sleepless night. Have you not observed this? The worries, the anxieties. Just this starts with your child. You look at with anything and everybody. Especially with reference to relationship. It is better not to know anything. It's a bliss. It's a real word bliss, okay? Not happiness. It is a bliss. Because one day or other when you wake up, nothing is there. However, coming to the point here, that the person is curious and person thinks by satisfying, addressing the curiosity, the person will be happy. The person will be knowledgeable. Person will be acceptable. Person will be able to boss over. That is how a person wants to know. Like if you look at childhood, especially if you have siblings, the more knowledge you have, more knowledgeable you are, upper hand you have. That's why as a child you want to be more informative. And more, the moment you are more informative, all your siblings, they respect you, they accept you and you can boss over. Have you not observed this? Go to the schools, in a classroom, if you are more informative, informed person, what happens? The more you are accepted, the more you are visible, the more you are acknowledged, in fact, the more you can boss over. And this continues everywhere. And the basic curiosity that I am a curious person continues, but I never understand how to take care of my basic curiosity. Whereas here a wise person is no more curious. Okay? Things comes, goes. As we say, if it happens, good. Doesn't happen, better. If you come, good. If you don't come, better. So when there is no curiosity, and okay, I understand now Vijaniyat. What about now Kuriyat? This is a very misunderstanding point. Oh, that's why all these wise people go to the cave and keep quiet. And if you are working, that means you are not wise. Please understand. Hear what it says very carefully. Generally, a wise person withdraws. There is no need for a wise person to work. In fact, he or she reduces vyavaharam. Vyavaharam with mithya jagat. So vyavaharam means a transaction. Transacting with this unreal creation. Because the more one relate with unreal society, it's like, best example is, if you are always talking to this corporate world, what I call as a corrupted world, okay? Basically, they are insecure. And only lies. There is nothing called truth. Standing on the false image, falsehood, we call only gas. The word we use, the word in India, called gas. So gas means there is nothing like, your stomach, you have not taken anything, but your stomach is bulging. Why? Because you have not taken any food, so there is a gas. So that's why it is bulging. And you can show to people, look, I have eaten so much food. But deep within you know what pain you go through, okay? Moment you tilt little bit here and there, move your body, and also sound comes out. Do you understand? Both up, down, everywhere. So that exact word we call as a gas, okay? And this corrupted world, means corporate world, is completely standing on gas. Inside gas, outside gas, everywhere gas. I hope you understand what I am trying to say. Nothing wrong in it, let them be in gas. But when you relate with them, without your knowledge, you also pick up the same thing. Have you not observed? Because if you do not do that, you are odd man out. You cannot survive there. It demands minimum thing. Because wherever you are, whether you like it or not, you are imbibing those qualities. How? I'll give a beautiful example. So there was a person. He was lost in a jungle. And it became evening. So he did not know what to do. So he was hiding himself behind a tree. And he could hear some people's sound. So he thought of to come out to see what is happening, so that at least he got some people so that he can go out. But as he was coming out to find out, he discovered these people are none other than thieves. Previous night they had stolen, and because day was coming, that's why they kept something under a tree, near the tree. So they came to again take back. And as these thieves approached towards him, and he was a little bit scared, he did not know what to do. In this process, he could make some noise, and this thief could catch him. Who are you? Already he is scared, he did not know what to say. So he kept quiet. Then everybody started saying, this fellow must be a thief. Or else why he is here in the night? Maybe he had come here to take our property. You understand? Stealing, that becomes their property. Our wealth. When he was not able to talk, tell us why you came here. Out of scare, he did not open his mouth. Of course, they gave him left, right. And the way they started chasing him, he did not know what to do. He ran, and finally he could discover that he is out of jungle. And he thanked them. At least I am now out of jungle. I did not know how to get the way back. Comes to the near village. In that village there was some program going on. Let us say some religious discourse was going on, and when he went there and some food was there, and when he was sitting and somebody called, okay, come and have food. Then one of the villagers noticed, hey, this person look not from our village, must be some stranger, maybe has lost his way. Okay, after his food, please arrange his accommodation in the night in our guest house, so that tomorrow he can go wherever he wants. And he was also not able to open his mouth, because he is already stunned. So in first case, he was not able to open his mouth. In the second case, also he was not able to open his mouth. But see, according to the situation, how our thinking and everything changes. So the way we are relating with people, our surrounding itself influences. That's why we say very carefully and clearly. With whom you are going to stay is very important. If you are going to stay under a roof with somebody, which is the word under a roof. For example, when I use the word under a roof, in our house 4 people are staying together. Remember, all of your prarabdha will be creating a common prarabdha, whether you like it or not. If out of 4, if 3 is prarabdha are drowning, whether you like it or not, your prarabdha also will be drowned. You cannot help yourself out. Impossible. Even if you try your best. That's why it is most important thing with whom you stay. We say not with whom you share the room, with you share the room. It's very important. It's not that joke, but nobody understands, nobody think. However, what is being highlighted? No kuryat iti. The person is not engaged in any unnecessary transactional what? Means the person is busy in minimum thing. As minimum as possible. Because the moment the person starts expanding, I say for myself very well, the more one gets dragged into the problem. That's why we say very carefully, make sure only one can be honest, not only one can be honest to one's own self, nobody can answer for this. Never ever force anything or anybody. Let everything get unfolded. Neither you are running behind nor you are running away. Can you see this point? In life, either I run behind or I run away. If I run away from you, I will be running behind somebody. If I am running behind somebody or something, definitely I have run away from something or somebody. Can you see this point? Especially we have seen as a child, those who study very well, they don't do that good in sports. Those who do very well in sports, generally, they don't study well. But there are some exceptions. They are, champions in both. Really. That's a different thing altogether. Because when you run away from classroom, then only you can be in the field. You understand? If you don't run away from the classroom, can you go to the field? Simple logic. So run away presupposes, or I would rather say, running behind presupposes that you have run away. Running away, you understand? So here is wise person neither runs away nor runs behind. That's why we say being honest, this word. Only person who works based on prabala prarabdha. We use the word prabala prarabdha. Forcible prarabdha, not ordinary prarabdha. Which one cannot negate, need not negate. If something is supposed to happen to the person, let it happen. But let the person not run behind to make things happen. Can you see this point? Generally people run behind to make things happen. But as you become matured more and more, as you start seeing the growth for yourself, you never make things to happen. Let it happen, you are just an instrument. Being an instrument, you function. Then only you see a change in you. Then only you see a growth in you. You never run behind anybody, anything. Neither you run away anything from anybody. Oh, Swamiji, that's right. Now I don't want to run away from anybody. I don't want to run behind anybody. Now what I should do? I should sit here. Hey, that is more dangerous. You will go crazy and you will make others crazy. It should be a gradual process. Don't announce, don't again forcibly run away from yourself. Running away is more dangerous. At least if you run away from somebody or something, at least you will go somewhere. If you start running away, where you will go? You will go crazy. Never do that either. It's a very subtle point. That's why a wise person keeps functioning as the prarabdha demands. That's the most important thing. Means the person acknowledges prarabdha. If something is good, accept. If something is bad, I equally accept. Continuing. Shokarma pasavashagaha pragyonyavajano dhruvam pragyashukham nayet kalam iti Vedanta Dindima. Says beautifully. Pragyaham means the enlightened person. Anya va janaha dhruvam swakarma pasavasagaha. Here it says, look, whether you are pragya or anyava, whether you are enlightened person, wise person, or a common person, makes no difference. But all these people, dhruvam, it is definitely, there is no doubt in it. Swakarma pasagaha noyet kalam sukha. Says beautifully that each one has to enjoy or go through or experience or reap the result of earlier actions. In short, prarabdha. Whether you are wise or otherwise. This is definite. Because you are wise, don't expect that everything will be, great. In fact, to become wise, everything has to go wrong. Unless everything goes wrong, you cannot be interested in this Vedanta knowledge. Just ask yourself. If everything was great, your childhood was great, health was great, emotionally great, relationship great, money great, power great, position great, everything is great, will you be interested in Vedanta, in yoga? In fact, you are God, you understand? You will not care anybody anything. Because when things go wrong, you cannot do rectify, you cannot do in spite of all your trying and nothing works. Then you start depending upon X factor called grace. And from that, of course, because of your previous karma, you come across a teacher teaching, and you should be lucky enough to stick to. You may stay here for some time, you can get away, some problem, something or happens. There are many factors involved. Or some people it happens because as long as you have problem, basically arti, distress. So you come, the moment your distress is being subsided, taken care, then you go back. There are hundreds of excuses. So in short, because things have gone wrong, that's why you are here. Remember this. Don't forget this, okay? And also, as long as you continue, it's better. That means a wise person's life, in short, is always painful. More painful than common people. Please make a note of it. But the next line is a very fantastic line, highlights. Yes, prajna sukham noyat kalam iti. So prajna noyat kalam sukham. Even though, if we look at it technically, generally, the life of a prajna, enlightened person, is more painful. But the person leads life, spends time happily. This is the beautiful way of looking at it. If you ask me personally, I have more problem than you all. I am not telling you jokes. Whatever problem you have, sometimes I have more problem than put together all of your problem, okay? But look, handling, managing, I am enjoying my life. Of course, sometimes my throat problem, now becoming better, so that's why you can see I can shout. So, what I am highlighting here is, so what you come across is not important, but how you face, how you manage, that is important. And while facing, while managing, you have to be honest. No arrogance. If little bit arrogance comes with reference to facing a situation, facing a person, there you will fail. That's why the honesty in me, which will help me to look at, to approach any situation in an honest way. Okay. I was thinking to complete this today's chapter. Let me see. Continuing. Navidvan santape chittam karana karano dhruvam sarvamatmeti vijnanat iti Vedanta Dindima. Says beautifully that a vidwan, enlightened person, a wise person, with reference to karanam, with reference to akaranam, with reference to commission, with reference to omission, related to past life, na santapet, will not regret, will not torment. It is definitely, there is no doubt in it. Because the person is always knows that I am Atma, Sarvam, everything Atma iti. Very nicely, in fact, in Taittiriya Upanishad, very beautiful verse goes that there it goes like, like Kimaham sadhuna akaravam किमहम पापम अकरवम इति यः एवं विद्वानेते आत्मानं शृणुते उभे हेवेशे एते आत्मानं स्पृणुते य एवं वेद इति उपनिषद. So etah bhava na tapati. This is what starts. So the person never thinks, never torments that why I have not done what is good, why I have committed what is wrong. So this sort of thinking never comes to the person, especially the one who chooses Atma, oneself. Definitely that person never regrets. Because remember, you can convert a regret very carefully. Just I am giving you tips today. Regression can be converted into contemplation. Generally, when you start regretting, regression is related to your memory. And especially the memory where you feel you are not right. Either by yourself, or you have not taken yourself as right, or others have not taken you as right. So some type of rejection, either self-rejection or external rejection. That is very subtle point. And through regression, your ahankara would like to strengthen itself and gets into cocoon. Just observe this point. Through regression, your ahankara wants to protect yourself so that it can easily get into cocoon, safe zone. That's why a person does not want to come out of regression and expects somebody should lift and bring it out. Like, as a child you might have seen. You make some mistake and you cry inside the room, and you expect your parents, especially mother, should forcefully to bring out, don't worry. You will be waiting when mother is going to come. You understand? And if mother doesn't come, sometime forgets, next day you start shouting, you people did not look at me, did not bother, I was waiting for you all. What is child psychology? Amazing psychology, okay? However, what I am highlighting here is, now this regression always strengthens my ego. Whereas if I convert that regression into contemplation, how? That I am everything. The regression itself is everything. There is no rejection in me. Nobody can reject me. Yes, they did not like me that moment. Maybe I had some problem, or they had some problem, or we both had problem. So there was some issue, no problem, that is gone. Now I am Brahman, I am Atman. And moreover, when I accept myself, who can reject me? Only when I am not able to accept myself, other can reject me. When I have accepted me myself, even if other rejects, that's their problem, not my problem. Can you see this point? So that's why whenever there is a regression, convert into contemplation. That is how a sadhu, a wise person does. Always contemplates. People come, goes. still you enjoy your life. You are busy with people. When people go away, you are busy in contemplation. When people again come, no, I am doing contemplation, I cannot meet. Only this time I can meet. Okay, something is wrong, seriously. People have come, okay, spend time. Again people goes, you are with yourself. So that's why, beautifully, no regret with reference to past omissions and commissions. Means the person does not give importance to the memory. Because memory is exactly like a virus. How a virus seriously affects the system, so also our memory in the form of a regret. That's why we say, if you have any regret, to overcome the regret, if you cannot do contemplation, at least have Shraddha first, surrender. That's why in Christianity, this confession, mechanism of confession they started to handle regret, sense of regret. It worked. Later on what happens is another thing, but it worked and it works. Not that whatever they have done is wrong. Please understand. These people understand already 30, so do whatever they want, okay? They don't care. I think this is a very good topic. Tomorrow we'll complete the text, okay? Please close your eyes. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnahat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.